guys, I'm Lauren Ebersol, and this is your weekly feed. Hell no, GMO? Well, the other week, the Senate shut down a bill to support voluntary labeling of GMOs in food. But before you think this is a step backwards, don't you fret yet. The bill is actually a good thing for food transparency. If it had passed, the bill would have allowed companies to choose whether they wanted to include a GMO label on their products. That would kind of be like allowing them to leave out potentially harmful ingredients from their ingredient list. Not cool, right? So knocking down this bill is a win for now, but stay tuned. In the meantime, ThriveMarket.com has loads of GMO-free food to keep you fed. After a long day, it's tempting to flop down on the couch with an episode of The Real Housewives and some takeout. Been there, done that, maybe yesterday. But researchers are now saying it's better to leave the binge watching until after dinner. A recent study found out that the more that you can hear yourself chew, the less you eat. But the background noise of the TV cancels out the crunching, making it easier to go back for that second or third helping without thinking twice. So go ahead and put that dining table to good use. And I promise it'll make the housewife drama that much better. What if swapping your morning eggs and bacon for avocado toast could change the world? Well, Oxford University conducted the first ever study to estimate both the global health and climate change impacts of adopting more plant-based diets all around. Turns out that by 2050, going vegan could prevent over 8 million deaths and cut emissions by 70%. What? Wild, right? To be realistic, for some of us, quitting meat, eggs, and dairy would be quite the leap. But according to the study, if everyone just loads up on 25% more fruits and veggies and trims their meat intake by about 56%, we and the planet could be in much better shape in a few decades. I'll cheers my kale smoothie to that. Sitting is the new smoking. Or at least that's what your coworker gloating at the standing desk keeps saying. Well, if you're watching this next to her, jack up the volume. Sure, getting up and active is a good thing, but experts are now saying, and you might want to sit down for this, you should maybe hold off going all in with the standing desk. In the latest analysis of the topic, researchers aren't sure if standing for a few hours is enough to combat the negative effects of sitting all day, every day. But you know what is? Good old-fashioned exercise. So start a run club at work, do some lunchtime yoga, and hey, maybe even you and your Tracy Anderson look-alike coworker can be BFFs. Breakfast eaters, rejoice! And those who skip the meal, listen up. In a recent Yale study, researchers wanted to see if the free and reduced meal programs offered in schools in low-income neighborhoods actually helped. And it turns out they really do. Kids who ate breakfast at school, even if they had already eaten at home, were way less likely to be obese or overweight. Hooray for double breakfasts! Guess it really is the most important 2 meals of the day. Do donuts count? Now for our ridiculously awesome Thrive story of the week. Hey girls, did you know that most states consider tampons a luxury item? Well, you may be shocked to hear this, but state governments have been getting away with taxing them at the same rate as cigarettes and fancy cars. In California alone, women spend over $20 million annually in tampon taxes. But things are about to change. Just last week, the Chicago City Council agreed to drop the tax on feminine care products by 2017. And the rest of Illinois, along with New York, Wisconsin, Utah, Ohio, California, Michigan, and Connecticut, are set to follow the other 5 states that have already repealed the tax. So congrats, sisters. No taxation, just for menstruation. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week on Thrive Market's weekly feed.